Welcome back to Vaquform Versus, where we compare vacuforming with other methods of production and prototyping. In this video, we'll be looking at silicone. Silicone is used in a multitude of applications from construction, electronics, to the medical field. Some silicones are food grade, meaning they can come in contact with food items such as kitchen utensils, or in this case, molds, which is the purpose of this video. We'll be looking at silicone as a material that is used to make molds. Commercial mold-making silicone is in liquid form, where it's either cured with a hardener or combining a 1-to-1 ratio of separate liquid silicone mixes. Once cured, it gives you a tough and flexible mold that you can use for casting objects in different materials. Preparing these kinds of silicone molds can be a bit of a chore. You will often need a lot of other materials ready, such as cups, stir sticks, and weighing scales. If you're not careful, it can be a messy process as well. Silicone mold making tends to be a costly method when taking into consideration the material itself and its peripherals. With Vaquform, however, you don't need to worry about these issues, because the DT2 is able to use a similar silicone-like material called VFlex. As we demonstrated in the last video, time is a very big advantage Vaquform has over other methods of fabrication. With no mixing or curing needed, VFlex allows you to form molds right out of the box. In this setup, we'll look at the process of creating a silicone mold versus a VFlex mold using Vaquform. We'll be using these chocolate bonbon tools for this demonstration. The silicone that is used for this demo is a tin cure silicone, meaning that it's mixed with a catalyst or hardener. First, the enclosure for the mold is made, then the bonbons are laid out inside. After that, a tiny bit of silicone is mixed with the hardener, which is then brushed onto the molds. This makes sure that air bubbles won't form on the surface of the tool before pouring the rest of the silicone. After the first layer is cured, more can be mixed and poured in. Then it's time to let the silicone cure. It took roughly 24 hours to make and cure this first silicone mold. Now it's time to see how Vaquform does. This is the VFlex sheet that we'll be using. Load the material in the sheet clamp and adjust the settings. In the latest firmware, there is already a preset for the VFlex material. For the tools, we'll arrange them within this 3D printed frame. Once everything is ready, we'll start the forming cycle. And after about 4 minutes, you have your first chocolate mold tray. In the end, you can see that you can produce many more molds using Vaquform. It is a much more convenient method when dealing with a large quantity, or if you're just looking for a quicker way to produce a single one. And with the VFlex material, you'll get the flexibility and sturdiness of a silicone mold, minus the prep time and occasional mess that comes with it. Thank you for watching, and tune in again very soon as we continue Vaquform Versus.